back to IPA, where we keep it real and raw. I'm your host, Mr. IPA, and I have another special guest, and I'll allow him to introduce himself.
Thank you, broski. That was great.
Yes,
introduction. I didn't know we was rolling there first. I love the organicness of it.
Gotta be, man.
I go by Loom, man. I'm from the east side of Gary. Been in this shit for a while, definitely, and I appreciate y'all for having me. Like,
yeah.
It's just an honor. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to even be sitting up and like just politicking with niggas and shit like that. You
Hey,
feel me?
bro, shit, you standing out. That's what happens, bro. When you just putting in work, bro. Like, it feels like, you know, like in moments like this, it's kind of like, because I feel the same thing when I'm talking to new people, because I'm like, damn, somebody actually gives a fuck about this shit. You know, like, so I know what you mean, bro. But like, yeah, you definitely, because you were on my list for a while. I was like, okay, I can see a lot of people speak highly of him, and you got recommended by multiple people. So I'm like, shit, like, let's get to it. Let's see what's happening.
Most definitely, man. Thank you. I just believe in just being humble, bro. Like, I'm a humble guy. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, let me take these off too.
Yeah,
I don't want it to be Glenn. You feel me? I have to get the eye care done today. You know, two birds with one stone type shit.
Hey,
but
self-care.
yeah, broski, like just being humble and just also understanding the lane and like the inspiration that you have for it, the passion that you have for it, and also understanding like the insight that you can be able to give people by just like leading by example and shit like that. So I'm just real big on that, bro.
Do you ever see yourself being like a mentor in that way?
I have, you know what I'm saying, for sure. That's probably like one of like the brick and mortar that I would want to do, like once the career continues to evolve and everything like that, just being able to possibly give back in that way, even along the way, because it's like, even with the music, I do it like that too, because it's like you find yourself teaching indirectly.
Yeah.
And everything like that. And I feel like sometimes it could be like a demand that's put on, or you have a demand, even if it's like a subconscious demand, it's a demand that comes like involuntarily.
It's almost a byproduct of just
It's
like
a byproduct,
progression.
bro. Hell yeah, for sure. And I feel like at a certain point, you're able to realize it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you run with it, and then that's the battle that you have with some people where they say you can abuse it or like you can use it type shit. And I'm just all big about using it, bro, for sure, because it's all a tool.
Yeah. And I think even to go with that, like when you're becoming a leader, like a lot of times you don't have to tell people that you're a leader. People will acknowledge you for that in of itself, because like you said, when you're leading by example and showing the right way of going about things, not taking shortcuts, not cutting somebody off or out of like cutting people out of the equation, like it shows that there is a proper way to go about this shit. But you find more often than not, everyone wants to fast track themselves to like get into a certain level or a certain position, even though like you miss all the fun of it. You know what I'm saying? You miss like the growth is.
And
the
I
fun.
think that's something that you kind of like, and I didn't mean to cut you off, bro, but that's kind of, I feel like that's kind of like something that you find along the way, along the journey, because a lot of times like the fast way, you see people getting by so quick with that shit, and it just seems like it's the easiest. You know what I'm saying? You be like, man, like I see so many people doing it. It's almost like when you in a lunch line and you see hella people cutting, and the second you do it, you get caught and shit. Some bullshit like that. You be like, damn, like I didn't. And then you get the point out like, well, they did it. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. So it's just like, I think that's like a prime example of just like, you know, sometimes it ain't just for everybody. And sometimes you understand like just waiting in the line, it's the things you observe, the people that you meet while you in the line. You got to talking to them like, you know what I'm saying? You meet a friend in the line. Like, I'm just a big on the process, but it was something that I had to learn to become comfortable with, because it's like, I've always been a person of patience, but I think it's different levels of patience. Like, you can have patience with something. You can be patient with a person or people, but you also gotta like have patience with yourself. And I think having patience with myself was my biggest hurdle. When I want something, I'm after it. It's like, you know, I'm nose to the gravel and shit, but it's like having that patience with yourself. I feel like you're able to make better judgment. Your discernment speak better. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that, bro. So I'm just, you know, just trying to lean more on that.
No, I get that. And I'm the same way, because it's, at times you find yourself critiquing your own value because things aren't moving as fast as you may want them to, even though like when you look at it from like, when you scope out and look at it for the grand scheme of what it is, it's like, I've been putting in this amount of work and I have all this to show for it. And it's like, you don't want to be selfish, but it's like that insatiable desire to keep going, to want to do it better, do it bigger, do it like more, just be more of what it could possibly be. Because, and I think that's just like the imagination, you know, like you just have like a vision of what you see life being, and you may not necessarily know the path of how to get there, but it's like, as long as you keep pursuing that same dream, then it'll form around you. You know, it'll manifest around you the more you put into it. So
100%.
Yeah, like I could definitely identify with that shit. But how did you first start getting into music?
Music, I feel like kind of like found me, bro. Type shit. I've always been into like art. One of my first like goals I had in mind was to become a cartoonist. Like
That's decent. Like
hell yeah. Like I used to like love watching like just WB, like anything that was on like the Disney Channel, like Cartoon Network, all that shit. Cause you know I'm a 90s baby, so of course we come from that.
I get it.
So I used to like want to like make the cartoons that I seen on the TV. Like anybody that I would just see, like I'm like, this would be a dope ass character. So I try to like take the animation style that they had and I like try to incorporate it and like try to create my own little character or like I just remake what they do. So I remake Daffy Duck and you know Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
Had the t-shirts with like the SpongeBob with the grill and I used to be, you know what I'm saying? I used to be big on that. And then the sports and shit like that is where it started kind of like finding my way too. Like I wanted to box when I was a kid, but my mom's wouldn't let me. She was like, I don't want you to have no aneurysm and all that shit. She didn't want nobody whooping on me and shit. You know, at first you're gonna be ass.
Yeah, I mean, that's a part of the journey. That's just a part of it.
But I guess she didn't want me to damn near go through that little hard part. So she was like, nah. I was like, so that was out the window. So then I just started being real big on the hooping, the camaraderie. I feel like from hooping, bro, like just having that brotherhood and shit like that. That transferred over to like ROTC and shit like that when I was fucking with that. From there, bro, I found band. And I think band is why I truly fell in love with music. And I feel like before I was just a fan of music. Like I used to just be a huge fan. You know, I was waned out. You know what I'm saying? I loved everything. I loved them franchise boys, all the dances, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? D4L, I was big on all that shit. And then I feel like music, when I found band, music became like a deeper like desire or passion I felt like I never knew I had. You know what I'm saying? It kind of unlocked something. And then I was playing the drums too. So it's like I started out playing the cornet and the trumpet and shit like that. Then I started playing the drums because it was cool as fuck for one. I just feel like all the cool niggas played the drums.
Everybody wanted the drums.
Everybody wanted to play, but everybody don't be having the rhythm. So it be like, it's kind of hard to, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'm going to go with the cool shit. And then second of all, like, I want to just be able to be a part of what makes or breaks the band. Like I want to have that responsibility type shit. So it's like I want to try to tackle the hardest thing in this motherfucker. Like I've always kind of been like that with multiple things. Like let me try to get the hard shit out the way. First, you know what I'm saying?
Because I mean it makes everything else easier.
Like the rest of the ride be a breeze. You can let the top down. Now I can take my shoes off and shit. You feel me? Like I'm done sweating and shit. You feel me? So like I think the drums help me be able to like to keep up with like the rhythm of the band because like the drum actually is the rhythm. So it's like wherever the drum's on is what the people feel type shit. And you move with that.
So in that case then, because I feel like you have like you say, you have like a deeper understanding of like music and just like, I guess like the science of music. In that case then, who would be like one of your top favorite like producers?
Man,
because like I know that like because even just when I was listening to some of your catalog, I was like, okay, I can tell he's a sample dude. Like you got like the old soul feel to a lot of your music and just like a lot of like your online aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? Even the fit now. You know what I'm saying? Like so like who would be like some of your tops?
My top. It's hard to get one. So I'm gonna.
We can do three.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'll say Alchemist for sure.
Yeah.
Like Alchemist is definitely one of my top three, bro.
Yeah,
he's like a gem, bro. And he's been that way for like years. Like he don't get the proper credit. He get the proper credit in his lane. Yeah. But not like to the masses. Though.
Yeah, nah, because I mean like people like the Alchemist, they do it for sport. You know what I'm saying? He's doing it because he wants to be the best at that shit. Yeah. But he doesn't need like just the random fan to tell him like, yeah, like you're the best. He gets acknowledged by people who are actually in that community and who actually know like what he's doing and can really like kind of resonate with like the shit, the sounds that he's like producing and shit.
Hell yeah, for sure. And like that's all you really need, bro. At the end of the day, I mean, it's great to have those other people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And one day it'll be there. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like it's just like what hoes say less is more, nigga, it's plenty of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, like, dead ass. Because I feel like sometimes, like, that hold the most weight. It's hold the most value. You got a core fan base, bro, you gonna always eat.
That's a fact. Like, that shit's hard. You know what I'm saying? Having a fan base like that is, like, consistent and intentional work done, like, on like a yearly basis to maintain and to build like that fan following and shit. Do you think you'd rather be on the side of just like getting the recognition from your peers, or would you want to get like that mainstream, like big blow up?
That's a great ass question. I'm not against either one, because I feel like it's different strokes for different folks. However, I feel like the area that I am in, I feel like it is a bit niche. So it's like it will come in the way it needs to come, and I feel like it's more so individualized versus it being like which one would you rather it be. I feel like it's kind of more so like based off the genre, the style, the niche of what you're doing and who you are and what you're after type shit. Like, what's the agenda? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I just feel like when you just more intentional and you just like, and you have a deeper like understanding of this shit and you want to be more hands-on, it's going to be the independent way. And I feel like if I had to choose, it would be that for sure.
I was going to say, because like you don't seem like you would like somebody taking a lot of creative liberties with, like, let's say you get like somebody to creative direct your video, right? And then you tell them what you feel like the treatment should be, and they take a little bit of it, but they make it a lot of what they want it to be. Like you don't seem like the type of person that's just gonna go for that. Like,
nah, bro, we gotta respectfully sit at the table. For sure. We gotta respectfully sit at the table. But I'm gonna look at everything I feel like you kind of have, because it's not like you looking for control. You just looking for proper delicacy, like you know, being able to delegate properly. And I feel like I'm all about that. Like, if you ain't finna delegate properly, then it's like, all right, what's really the intention? You know what I'm saying? Type shit. But like, like, hell nah, we can't be just over here going 80-20 with shit. I'm like, that's getting overboard the line type shit.
So like, how's your family like?
Oh man, it's good, broski. Everything's smooth. I got my sister. That's like my only like close sibling I got. You know what I'm saying? My mom and my dad has transitioned and everything, so it's definitely rest in peace. You know what I'm saying, to them.
What kind of music were they putting you on to back as a young?
So, fun fact, my mom really wasn't like no super rap head.
Yeah.
Like, my mom like was like super heavy like R&B, like, and like in gospel.
Yeah.
So I grew up in a household like it was straight R&B and gospel playing. Up until like I was probably like 10, and then that's when I started discovering like who the fuck like Jeezy and all that was. I'm like, okay,
TV raps.
It's cracking. Like, okay, T.I., okay, cool, because that, like, you know, that time frame was like the South was busting, so it was like cool. And then my cousin put me on to like the West Coast niggas, like to like Death Row and like Snoop and all them niggas. Like, that was like the first rap CDs I was getting was like Death Row and Pac and all them. I was probably like going to like pre-teen years, like 11, 12 type shit. And then from there, bro, it was just straight rap.
So what happened in 2019 that led you to starting B4E?
I'll say, bro, B4E, I actually started it before 2019. 2019 is when I actually presented it. The idea, the whole formulation of what I was curating and everything like that for the brand, the aesthetic, the idea behind it, the mission statement, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But it really started in 2016. So the brand itself started in 2016. I've been at the music for, this would be my decade this year right here, 10 years for me. Everything.
Respect, shit.
Thank you, bro. I was rapping in high school and shit like that, but like I don't really count. That was like the practice years.
Yeah.
You know, when you're rapping over anything.
Just freestyling.
Just like, hey, shit, load it up. You know what I'm saying? It's an army beat, load it up. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. It's hella drum, it's Waka Flocka sound in me. Load that bitch up. Like,
any and everything shit. We going.
Type shit. But like, it's been 10 years for like, you know, the actual starting of Loom, I would say, type shit. But as far as B4E, to answer your question, 2016 is when I actually started, and I took like 2 to 3 years to kind of like, you know, find that foundation, I would say, of something that I felt comfortable with.
What made you want to what gave you that push to actually like want to really pursue it? Because like I always know, you know, it like, even with my podcast, you know, like, it took a lot for me to like want to invest into it. Like, cause I mean, like, it's like saying is, bro, like put your money where your mouth is, you know? Like, cause you could talk about wanting to do some shit your whole life, bro, but until you actually fucking do it, like that's when the journey actually begins. So like, what was that kind of like, what happened that led you to like really just be like, damn, I think I want to take this serious and like really try to go for this shit?
I literally told myself, I'm gonna put out this project. If 10 people say they like it, I'm gonna keep going. And that shit, so, like I put out that first project, that shit superseded everything. And the only expectation I had was I just need 10 people to say I fuck with this, bro. And I'm like, all right, that's all I need was 10. The first week it came out, like 40, 50 people was like, hey, bro, this motherfucker raw as hell. And I look back on it now, I was like, it's all right. You know what I'm saying? But back then, I'm like, that's all I kind of just like, I kind of needed. And I was just like, I bet. So that's kind of what it made me say, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and continue with, you know. And then like the brand came right after that in 2016, and in 2019 I presented it.
The shit, like give me your top three. Give me your top 3 artists, bro. Give me your top 3 artists.
Top 3 artists, man. That's kind of hard, and I don't even think they gave you the top 3 producers. We got the, you know, so we got to like going with it. Okay, cool. So let me finish answering that one first, and I got you on the artist type shit. So I said Alchemist, right? Okay, cool. I'm gonna say Cooking Soul.
Cooking Soul.
Cooking Soul, that nigga, bro. Cooking Soul is that.
That's a dark horse. That's a dark horse for sure.
He like a 5.0 Mustang. It's like slept on. It's pushing out 600 horsepower, but niggas want scats. They want the regular shit. You know what I'm saying? Nah, that Volkswagen, that GT still get money, baby. You feel me? So it's like Cooking Soul definitely up there. I'm gonna say Harry Fraud. I fuck with like a lot of like, of course, the niche pocket producers and shit like that. And big ups to Ye. Like it's gonna always be an honorable mention. Like Ye is a fantastic producer as well as an artist. I feel like he was the only one, and I wouldn't say the only one because Metro Boomin do it, Pierre Bourne do it. So it's not like just Ye, you know what I'm saying? But of course he's from the Midwest, so it's like it just hit a little bit home. If I have to go with artists, bro, I'm gonna say, damn, that like this might be harder than like the producers. For sure. Big shout out to Schoolboy Q right now because he's finna drop his project.
Is he, bro? He hasn't dropped in a grip. Yeah. That boy Q.
I mean, but that's TDE artists in general. Like they have their own blueprint and their own formula that works. I would say shout out to Schoolboy for sure, but Spitter #1, broski. Wayne, my #1 artist for like, well, it's Wayne then Spitter. It's something about them Louisiana niggas, bro. Them niggas different. You know, them niggas different, bro. Like,
I mean, shit. Like, in Wayne's career, just like speaks for itself. Because not only like just seeing what he did himself, but seeing the byproduct of the people he pushed
successors,
up.
like Nicki, Drake. Hell, even Tiger had his motherfucking run, bro. Like,
Tiger definitely had a couple. He had a couple of joints. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even now, I feel like he could probably. Tiger's the artist that like he could pop up on a feature like here and there, give a decent ass verse and shit, still stay like in like he's well established in his own lane. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like Wayne was just like. He's a different animal, bro. He was a different animal.
He
like,
different.
That dude, like
Carter too, like damn near made me like want to rap. So Wayne, Spitter, shout out to Larry. I fuck with Larry hard.
Yeah.
I'm low key just going. I'm gonna just give you my playlist. I just been bumping like Daniel Caesar. They canceled, bro, but it's like it's cool. I don't know why. He's an amazing artist.
I forget why. I forget why. I think we'll talk about it off camera. But damn, shit. I mean, shit. That being said, you got anything else you want to tell the people?
Shit, broski. More shit on the way, man. That's all I'm gonna say. It's definitely a lot more coming from me. More music, more visuals, more aesthetics coming. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely in the process of bringing on more apparel for like the summer. Found me a steady manufacturer now, so like that's gonna probably be easy to push out those products and stuff for the summer pieces. Because I do want to do like some jerseys and stuff like that, so I want to get more intricate.
Yeah. Have a little more fun with it.
Have a little bit more fun with it, bro. And I feel like that's like a lane where I can have fun. Like I've always been into fashion. Like, it's like I was rocking Supers when I was like in the 7th grade.
Supers?
Hell yeah.
Damn.
This was like skateboarding shoes, but they used to be like, "Hey, bro, what's that?" I'm like, "Man, you got right there in the same store that you probably went to see it," type shit.
Straight and zoomies.
They used to be in like PacSun and like shit like that. So I'm like, these bitches fly. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, the bitches was decent. I remember me and my brother used to look at them because he used to skate hella back in the day. So like he wanted a pair for the skating shit, but I've always been like a high top shoe lover. Like I love like any type of high top.
Yeah.
But I don't know. As I got older, I kind of like mid, low top is a little more like casual and shit. But a high top is always going to be my favorite style of shoe, especially like Nikes and shit.
Mids is my favorite forces. Like I like mid tops more than I like low tops. Like low tops look crispy as fuck when you first get them out the box. Do not get me wrong, but just style wise, the mids is like undefeated, bro. Like them the best.
It's like a happy medium. You know what I'm saying? Like you get best of both worlds. But that's the thing about style. You know, like I feel like, bro, I haven't been able to shop the way I wanted to in so long, bro. But like, I'm about to get my grind up. I'll get my money up, bro. I'm about to be swagging on these niggas, bro. Shit, oh God.
Hell yeah, my nigga. I appreciate the opportunity, broski, and everything. That's pretty much all I got to announce. Just more things on the way. Just stay tuned, bro. Most definitely. Just stay with me. Shit, and I appreciate anybody that supported me. All of my new supporters from like the West Coast, from Oklahoma. I got people out there fucking with me in Arizona now, AZ. Yes, it's like super tough. So shout out to my AZ family. Shout out to my supporters in the Midwest, from Gary to Chicago, to Hammond. You know, like just the whole circuit out here. Fuck with my people in Nashville. That's like one of my second homes outside of Chicago. So I fuck with my Ville family. So shout out y'all and shit. Shout out everybody that's fucking with me, you know, rocking with me, that's been supporting me, man. More on the way for sure. Yes, love.
Sir. Shit, hey. You heard it here first. Shit. That was decent.
Thank you.
Hell yeah, bro.
Hell yeah, man.